Hi, my name's Holly and I'm a printmaker and mixed media artist from Hertfordshire in the UK. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy what you see today. If you do, please like and subscribe and comment. I'd love to hear from you. Today I thought I'd show you some printmaking with a new piece of foliage that I found at my allotment yesterday. I just found it sitting on the grass and apparently it's black oats, which I've never printed with this before. I haven't actually pressed it, so this will be interesting to see if this works. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing what happens, then stick around. So I'm going to use this Payne's Grey to do the ghost print part. So I'm just going to put a few blobs on the plate. If you haven't done this before, you really don't need very much paint. It's always the biggest mistake that people make when they're doing gel printing. So I'm just going to spread the paint around the plate. If you think that you do have too much paint, you can roll a little bit off on a piece of paper at the side. Like this. That's probably about right. So I'm just going to press this down on top of the plate and we'll see what happens. I just need a piece of paper like this, and I'm just going to press that down over the top. So at this point, some people will use a roller to roll over the top of what the paper here. But I prefer to use my hands because I like to get right in between all the bits of the plant that I'm taking a print of. So that's why I'm just using my hands here. Because I haven't pressed this plant as well, really need to get right in between it all. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. So when you think you've got done as much as you can to get paint around the plant off the plate, you can always check the corner and see what's happening. Yeah, that looks like it's working. So I'm just gonna put it up here. Actually a really interesting print. Quite like that. Ooh. Almost looks like a photograph or something like that. I really like that actually. Okay, so put that to one side. Might do something else with that in a minute. And then pull off your plant off the back of the gel plate. And a few bits have fallen off, so we're just gonna pull them up. Mostly it's fine. So at this point, what I tend to do, because of the paints that I use, I tend to leave it to dry at this point. Dry onto the plate so that I can put another colour on the top to pull it off. So if you just bear with me a minute, hopefully it will dry. If you're impatient like me, you can use a heat gun on a low setting. Just don't hold it over the same part of the plate for too long. You can usually tell the parts of the plate that are still a little bit wet because they're still shiny. Like I can see a little bit there that's still shiny. Yeah, I think that's just about done it. If you want to check, you can just touch it with your fingers, just in the corner if you're nervous of ruining what you've done. But I think most of this is now dry. So then you're going to choose a different colour, a contrasting colour for the background. So I'm going to go with this sort of lilac-y colour. But I'm also going to go with more of a purpley colour too. So one end, one colour, one end, the other. Just make sure my roller's dried off. And then I'm just going to spread it out across the plate. Now at this point it always seems as though you've covered over your image and that's it, it's disappeared, but believe me, it is still behind what you've already done. Okay, so I'm just going to get another sheet of paper. And this is just copier paper that I'm using here. You can use thicker paper, but I just get so used to using copier paper, I often use it. So if you just press down onto the plate, what you want at this point is for the paper to almost stick to the plate. Because when you pull it up, you want it to pull everything, not just the background that you've just put on, the lilac, but you also want it to pick up the image that's behind. And I smooth it over and over just because the palms of my hands, the warmth on the palms of my hands should help it to dry. Okay, so we can check the corner and see what's going on. Seems to be pulling most of it, still a little bit not pulled. Just trying to make sure all the corners are pulling the image up off the plate. I've used a lot of green lately, so I thought I'd use a different colour today. Okay, I think we're probably as far as we can. So you can see, just leave it for a few minutes. Okay. And then you want to pull back. Wow, that is so pretty. So I love these new oats that I've learnt to use now. Honestly, this is just, I love the detail that you get from these prints. It's just so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to show you something else that you can do with the first print that you made now. So this one here, I'm going to show you how you can then print over the top of this. So what you want is paint that, well, I'm going to use paint that's partially transparent, so that you can still see some of the image behind. So I'm going to use these ones. They're Pebeo, and they are slightly translucent, so they work quite well for this. And what I might do is use two different ones. I'm back with my green. Just a bit of green at the bottom of the plate there. I'm just going to spread that across the bottom. And then this across the top. Okay, then I'm going to take my oats again and place them at a different angle this time. So like this. And then I'm going to take my page and I'm going to place it over the top. So line it up as best you can with where you printed last time. There are different ways that you can actually line the page up. One is you can get a placement tool. One is that you can have a piece of paper underneath that you line it up with, or you can stick at the top here with a piece of masking tape and just lift the paper back so it comes back down in the exact same place again. So again, smooth it down, trying to get in between all the pieces of the plant. When you're happy that you've got between all the pieces of the plant, you can then pull it back. So you can see how you can still see the original image, but you can also see different patterns on top of that. I quite like that, it's pretty. Okay, so there's one last thing I'm going to show you. Just take your plant off the plate. I'm just going to remove these little bits that have fallen off. Like this. And again, we're just going to let this dry. If there are bits on your plate that you think, I really don't want that on there, like this is still on there from the last print, I'm going to try and get that off with a bit of damp kitchen towel. Like that. Okay, so we're just going to let this dry. I think for the next print I'm going to use some thicker paper just to show you kind of how that looks. So this is it's called mixed media paper, and it is, does it say what? No, it doesn't say the thickness, but it's called mixed media paper. Oh no, 300 GSM. So yeah, a little bit thicker than, obviously quite a lot thicker than the other paper. It's almost like card really. Okay, so we just want to make sure this is dry. I think I'll speed it up a little bit and I'll use this. And again. Right, we can check some of the corners to see if they're still damp or not. Still a bit damp, this. Might get rid of some of these as well. Don't need these. You just see some, it's harder to see with this because it's shiny anyway, but some of the bits just look a little bit thicker, so they look like they still might be damp. So this paint is actually metallic paint, which will help it to do what I'm going to do next. I am normally quite impatient with this, but I think we're almost there. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is put a darker layer on top. So I'm going to use the Payne's Grey again, and spread that out across the plate. Again, don't use too much paint. When you use too much paint, it just means that the picture just goes really globby, and you don't really want that. So working quickly so that it doesn't dry too quick. you spread out your paint across the plate. And put your paper down. Again, as with the last one, you almost want it to dry onto the plate this time. So you want to leave it a few minutes. So you can check the corner to see what's happening. Not quite there yet. Yeah, I think this is working now. Now, if you've got some corners that you think haven't worked properly, which I do, I'm going to use this gel matte medium to just try and pick up the bits that have been missed here. And just stick them back down just to try and see if I can get these last bits up. Now the gel matte medium does take a little bit longer to dry sometimes than the normal acrylic paint, so you might have to just be a little bit patient with those bits. But I think it seems to have pulled everything up over here, pretty much anyway. There's another bit here that hasn't quite pulled, so we'll see if we can get it to come up. I might use the heat gun again, just to, particularly on these bits that I just used the gel matte medium on. Okay, I might stop filming while this is going because it's taking a long time to dry. I'll come back in a minute. Okay, I actually only spent about another minute on it. So we should be ready to pull now. Here we go. So you can see that where the metallic parts are, it's all reflective and it shows on the image, on the paper rather. So that is 1, 2, and 3 different prints that we've managed to get from that plant today. So I hope this has given you some nice ideas of things you can go away and do for yourself with your gel plate. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.